Today you're going to be learning how to use a triple beam balance properly. So this is your triple beam balance. You can see you have a pan. You have 3 beams. You have a 0 point. You have an adjustment knob that you should never touch. Okay, when you first get to the scale, you're going to check to make sure it's 0. So you're looking for the 0 being in line with the 0 line. This is not zeroed out. So before you call me over to zero or calibrate your scale, make sure all the sliders are all the way to the left and in their groove. So the ones don't have a groove, but the hundreds and the tens, you can see there's a little V that this slider locks into. So once you make sure that all the sliders are completely to the left, you're going to check to make sure that it is 0. And it'll bounce back and forth. Wait until it's stopped. You also want to check that there's nothing on the pan. If there is any debris or material on the pan, that can cause it to be off 0. Now, if it isn't 0, you're going to call me over. This is 0, but please do not adjust it yourself. One other thing to note, you never want to place anything on this. You don't want to put your hand on the pan. You don't want to put any books or anything excessive. It will break the scale. Right, so once you make sure that it's 0, when you want to weigh something, you put the object in the center of the pan. And the first thing you're going to do is adjust the hundredths. So you'll go to 0, the 100, and you can see that it is too heavy. Down means too heavy, up means too light. So it's less than 100 grams. So I slide the 100 slider back all the way to the left. Then I add my tens sequentially, looking for movement of the arm. Okay. Again, make sure that the slider is in the V's. So this is too heavy at 100 grams, so I go to 90. Now I have to add ones. So you're going to gently push this slider along until you see movement of the arm. And then you're going to just tap it back and forth until the beam is 0. And you can see that that's the mass of the object. So how do I read this? I have 0 hundredths. I have 90 grams. And then these are the ones. So I have 97.5. You look where that little arrow is pointing. 97.5 grams for that block. Now, just to reiterate a few things that you should never do. Never adjust that knob. Also, never place anything heavy or push down on the pan. And always remember to return your sliders to the 0 position and remove any objects from the pan when you're finished with your lab. Also, it has to be on a flat surface. So make sure that it's not hanging off the sink or on a book or anything else.